We rebuilt Wolves and got ourselves in the Champions League, but this success has made the owner greedy. And now we have to win the Premier League, the FA Cup, or reach the semi-finals of the Champions League. If we fail to reach these goals, we're going to get sacked. We're already out of the FA Cup. Manchester City basically already have won the Premier League, so all that's really left for us is to reach the semi-finals of the Champions League. We're taking on Dortmund in the round of 16, and with our forwards not scoring many goals, I'm gonna change our tactics. We're gonna use a high-pressing, all-out offense style. It might make our defense vulnerable, but that's a risk we're going to take. This should make for some entertaining games. Now, we better pray that these tactics work because our job is on the line. But the risk is the part that hits first, with Dortmund scoring in the opening 5 minutes of the game. But as the game drags on, it's clear that our lack of finishing is still the weak point of this team. New signing Scamacca makes a mess of a one-on-one finish for not the first time this season. And then Guedes, taking matters into his own hands, says, if you guys aren't going to score some goals, I'll handle this myself, and pulls a goal back. And we're not done there. With this new strategy, we aim to score as many goals as possible. A chance for redemption. It's a poor touch that gets away from him, but this time he finishes. Well, Scamacca eventually makes up for that earlier miss, and we sneak through with a 2-1 win in the first leg. It is all still to play for here. 90 more minutes to go in the second leg, but it is Dortmund who come out the more hungry team in the beginning, drawing back level on aggregate. It is now 2-2, and then Isaac makes an unbelievable run through the middle to score a second and put us down. 3-2 on aggregate now, and things 8 minutes into this game looking dreadful already for Wolves. We need to get back into this one, but the goals keep coming. Dortmund score 3, quickly followed by 4, scoring a 5th, and then even a 6th. We finally see ourselves through to halftime. That is the worst 45 minutes of football I have ever seen on this channel. But if we want any shot at all at making the unlikely comeback, we're throwing 4 up top. Well, we need goals at this point. 7-2 on aggregate though. This would make it probably the craziest comeback in Champions League history if we were to pull off anything here. But the players hopefully inspired enough to at least just save ourselves the embarrassment of being shut out. And Andrich with the early chance scores. Well, let's not get our hopes up because there's a lot of game left to play. But if we want to get ourselves back in, this is the kind of pace we're going to need to start scoring goals at. And it is now 6-1. We need 4 more goals, though, to grab anything out of this game. And Wolves hopefully can just save face a little bit here with a few goals in the second half. Guedes with the chance. Bicycle kick. It's in. 6-2. Well, 2 attacks, 2 goals. This is a very, very promising start from what looked impossible. I have not seen this kind of confidence from the players in a bunch of games here, but it's lovely attacking football. Oh my God, what a beautiful series of passes, and Gianluca Scamacca scores a 3rd to make it 7-5 on aggregate. At the rate we're scoring goals, I don't think anything is out of the question at this point. Can we just keep getting numbers forwards? It is Guedes, and he's got someone at the far post. It is Pedro Neto. Strike, goal, 4-6 in this tie already. And we are now just 1 goal away from clawing ourselves back level on aggregate. Dortmund, there's no doubt about it, look absolutely shaken. They've barely been able to string passes together in the second half. And Guedes, the relentless constant pressure here from our new tactics, catching them out. Surely not. Scamacca scores to make it 6-5, level on aggregate. And now it is all to play for. This is the craziest Champions League tie you will ever see. And I probably would think that we might be up there in terms of most goals ever scored over 2 legs in the Champions League. We can check after this. But for now, everyone's still throwing numbers forward. Dortmund a couple of close chances here at the end. Excellent pass out to find Johnny, who is burning his energy here. Everyone tired. Andrich snuck through, and the goal that settles it right before the final whistle. The most insane game you will ever see. 6 goals in the first half, 6 goals in the second half, and we finally come away victorious. It's a 15-goal thriller, 7-8 on aggregate, which puts those games as the highest scoring tie in Champions League history. So if for nothing else this season, we do at least hold a record now. And our next game is going to be against Atletico Madrid, a really difficult tie. Before we get there, we have to take on Chelsea and Leeds in the Premier League, where we're struggling a little bit. We just can't find the consistency. A big defensive lapse in concentration sees us drop points against Chelsea, and then Leeds with the upset 2-0 win over us. It is not looking too good. We are now in 5th place, but we're 6 points off of the top 4. We were supposed to win the league this season, according to the owners. We are still in critical condition here in terms of board confidence. It's not looking great. Like I said, our only hope here seems to be reaching the semifinals of the Champions League. So for the second time this episode, it all comes down to these 2 legs against a difficult European opposition. But Wolves are looking very confident after that last win, and big man Scamacca coming up with another goal. He's turning this season around, and just like that, we take the early lead in this one. This relentless, constant pressure from the team is looking so good. The players are motivated, and they are fighting for every ball, and the manager. It seems like if there's one issue in this squad, it is not team spirit. And Guedes with the unbelievable goal to top things off, 2-0. From players that are suddenly very, very high on confidence. But all it takes is one counterattack for Atletico Madrid to get back in this game. Joao Felix finds a goal. We got to be careful. The defensive side of the game was our undoing almost against Dortmund. We just need to make sure we can outscore teams. And have no doubt the captain shows up. Ruben Neves makes it 3. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on the result, it looks like this game's going to shape up to be another crazy one. We score, Atletico Madrid score, Johnny with the chance, puts it in, Guedes, Andrich, poaching in front of the goalkeeper, finds a 4th. Well, we're scoring for fun, we just need to make sure we limit the opposition's chances, and Scamacca hopefully puts this game to bed with the 5th goal for Wolves, a 7-goal thriller. Things do not look to settle down here with 12 minutes still left. Atletico Madrid, do not count them out just yet, scoring a 3rd. Well, this is like a heavyweight boxing match here. Everyone throwing haymakers, and Andrich with the chance to completely settle things. 6-3, unbelievable game here, and Wolves come out comfortable favorites. We are still in 5th place in the league and 6 points off of Liverpool. We play them next. Now, our league form has not been great, so a win was absolutely necessary here. It was a close game, but Liverpool, the only team to score a goal in this one, and they do take us down. Things are not looking great. We have a performance review scheduled with the board. Things not exactly looking ideal at the moment. Now, don't get it wrong, we did the hard work to drag the team to these heights, but now the expectation to deliver is on us. We go into the second game against Atletico Madrid with nothing less than maintaining our victory acceptable. This could be a familiar story, though. We concede very, very early in the game here, under 10 minutes, and then Joao Felix with a strike from distance that pulls us within 1 goal of Atletico Madrid. Only 20 minutes into the game, but we're not really delivering here. And then it all comes crashing down as Ezri Konsa flies in, trying to block the challenge. Nunez with the chance to draw them level, and he does. It is 6-6 now on aggregate. This is the story we saw unfolding against Dortmund. Castagna to the back post. Scamacca! It is saved by the goalkeeper, and the diving header off the post. Oh, man. No goal for us, and we go into the second half of the second leg, and this is shaping up to be another very entertaining tie, and then it all comes crashing down. Mason Mount, who somehow made his way to Atletico Madrid, scoring the goal to take them in front. And I just don't know how much luck we can rely on for a second time here in the Champions League. This could be our final game in charge if the owners are feeling ruthless enough. Scamacca passing it through for Neves. The captain scores to bring us back level. 7-7. 14 goals in this one, and we could be shaping up for another record-breaking game here in terms of goals in the Champions League. It's headed away here, and hopefully we can hit something on the counter here. One more goal would do it, although I'm not exactly happy with the kind of results we've been getting. There's no doubt that it is a very exciting game to watch. Andrich now with the chance, heads it down. Guedes, he has the chance, composure, and a goal at the end of the move. Oh my God. Wolverhampton seem to have done it again, and Guedes, oh my lord, that is such an elegant goal to take on the defender, wait for his moment, and slot it home. And then with some tired legs in that Atletico defense, Pedro Neto uses his pace, and we seal the deal. 9-7, and we are going through once again. Well, this is simply unreal. We just broke our own record, setting the #1 and #2 highest scoring ties ever in Champions League history. And with Manchester City, our next opponents, our job is still under very close watch, critical condition, and although we did finally reach the semifinals, our manager rating is still very, very low. So with Manchester City up next, booking ourselves a spot in the Champions League final definitely would not hurt our odds to stay on here at Wolves. We're gonna need to do everything right to come away with a win here, but it is Manchester City who score the opening goal of the game. And unfortunately for us, we are severe underdogs at this point. However, never say die. Wolves have a fighting spirit. We've seen it before. Pedro Neto with the chance. Blasts it wide. 50 minutes into the game, into the second half. Can we get something out of this? We haven't played poorly, but we just haven't been able to finish chances here. Neto with the chance for Scamacca, who somehow is played through. Manchester City unable to keep up, and Gianluca Scamacca scores a brilliant goal against the run of play. We just got to avoid conceding again here. Haaland twisting and turning. City looking so dangerous. I think that was offside, so we just about see ourselves through. It's been very tight. Manchester City with a lot of pressure on us, but we have the capability to play back against them. Bezoer now, Neto. Numbers getting forward. Scamacca for the second time. Surely he'll finish, and he does. And Gianluca Scamacca is finally scoring goals with the kind of frequency you'd expect for such a big money signing. Will likely keep us in this game if we can avoid conceding more chances here. Rodri, Foden passing it around and just about seen out. Wolves hanging on for dear life, and Jose Sa, another save that keeps our lead, our very slim lead, alive. 2-1. And before that second leg, we take on Arsenal in the league, where the pressure is piling up. We're in 6th place, and with Arsenal 4 points ahead of us in 5th, we need a win here. There's only 3 games after that. We're still in critical condition. I don't think if we lose this game, we might still have a job at the end of the season. With injuries and fatigue hitting the squad, we're gonna have to rely on players like Silva really up top to deliver in this game. There's a lot on the line for these teams up at the top of the table. And Guedes now looking to link up with Fabio Silva, who has the chance as an unlikely starter to score, and he does well. We trusted him a lot last season despite getting out injured towards the end of it. And we keep on throwing numbers forwards here. Hopefully we can make this lead just a little better. Florentino, great chance for the second time in minutes. Can't score though, and now Arsenal in the second half looking for their way through. Pepe, chance, Vieira, unlucky, and oh my God. The block, the save, and still a third shot allowed to come through here. It looks like our top 4 hopes might be over this season. And as the whistle blows, despite all of that effort from Wolves, it is a 1-1 draw. Only a point apiece, and on we go. Well, I am absolutely shocked. The board has terminated our contract. I thought we'd have to the end of the season, but we missed out on the top 4, and I guess they're feeling ruthless. I'll be honest, I'm genuinely surprised about this, and I'm sure none of you are going to be super happy about the way this is ending. And I could cheat here. I could use mods to keep us in charge and do a few more seasons, but even though I know this might be unpopular, I'm just gonna roll with the decision in the game. A lot of people just do series until we win the Champions League and end with a nice happy story, but there's something special about ending careers in a unique and a meaningful way, and I want it to be special when we actually win things and don't get sacked. But I wanna know what you guys wanna see next. Middlesbrough's the only team in for us, so we could do that and give some Wolves players a signing. But drop a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought about this series, because I tried some new things, and above all, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.